friends, my name is Sarah and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I want to share with you some of the attractions in Japan that I think you can skip and some of the ones that you absolutely must do. I'm hoping that this video can kind of help you out, especially if you are kind of on the fence about an attraction or two and whether or not you should add it into your own Japan itinerary. Just know that we had a pretty good experience for all of these attractions, even the ones that I think you can skip. Now, let's talk about Osaka. I only spent 2 nights in Osaka, so I didn't really, again, have an extensive list of things to skip and to do, but I do have one that I think you can definitely skip, and that is the Kaku Tower. I'm hoping that I'm saying it right, but if you don't know which one I'm talking about, this is the tower that you can see, I think, from the Shinsekai area of Osaka. It is still pretty, especially if you get to see the tower from the bottom level, but I would not really highly recommend going up the tower, and I will tell you a few turnoffs on why I think you can skip going up the observation deck, but you can still go to the area and see the tower from the outside because it is still pretty, but I don't recommend going up the observation deck at all. The line is super long. You have to go down the basement first. There's a long line there, and then once you get to the elevator to go actually up the observation deck, you thought that that is the time where you would actually go see the observation deck. No, it wasn't. There's more line to go through. And the other turnoff is that when you're waiting in line, they would actually take one of those touristy pictures before you actually get to see the observation deck. And honestly, that was just a turnoff for me. I didn't even buy the photos. I actually didn't want to take my pictures, but they insisted. Maybe I could have been a little bit more stern, so they would just let me skip the photo taking thing. But I just feel like that was kind of a turnoff. I haven't even experienced the observation deck, and now you want me to take a picture like I have experienced the observation deck. I feel like if they put that whole photo taking thing before we exit, that would be an even better experience. And let me know in the comment below if you have been to Japan and if you have gone to these attractions, if you agree with me or not to skip it. Hi friends, Sarah's here, and I'm so sorry to interrupt today's video, but I just want to come on here really quickly to announce that I have a new freebie that you can download today. I have been sharing a lot of my recommendations and tips on how to go about planning your very first trip to Japan, and I created a very simple 12-day Japan itinerary that was inspired from my own trip to Japan. If you want to go check it out, the link will be down in the description box below. And now let's get back to the video. Now let's go over some of the attractions that I think you absolutely must do in Osaka, and I have 3 of them. The first one is the Osaka Castle. I don't know about you, but I love to see old houses, palaces, castles that people used to live at. It was just kind of interesting to see how people used to live back in the day. It's amazing how they can build the whole castle a couple hundred years ago, and it's still standing to this day. You could actually go inside the castle and go up to the upper level to look at Osaka from up above. But if you want to do something pretty affordable and doesn't cost you anything, you can definitely walk around the Osaka Castle Park, and you do get to admire the whole building from the outside, which I think is the best. Obviously, if you do go in, you can probably see a little bit more about the history of the castle, maybe see how the interior looks like. Honestly, I didn't do it because there's a long line for the ticket, especially if you don't have reservation. But to me, seeing it from outside is actually pretty cool, and then you can walk around, take a lot of good pictures with the Osaka Castle and the fall leaves because we went in November. And I would highly recommend you actually put Osaka Castle into your must-to-do list in Osaka. The next thing that you absolutely have to do in Osaka is to visit the Dotonbori area. There are just so many things going on, and there's obviously a lot of people, but there are different area of the Dotonbori that is not as crowded, and you can actually get on one of those boat rides sailing through the river or the canal, and you get to see all of the famous signs like the Glyco sign from the water, and then they go one way, so one side can take a picture of the famous signs, and then when they U-turn, the other side get a chance to take pictures with the famous signs. So honestly, it's worth it to pay a little bit extra to go on one of those boat rides, and it's just one thing that you absolutely have to do in Dotonbori. Before moving on to the next thing in the video, I just want to interrupt this video really quickly just to invite you to subscribe to my channel. I think 98% of you who are watching my video is not a subscriber, and I would love it for you to subscribe to my channel so you won't miss any of my future videos about Japan, about cruising, travel hacking, and so much more. I hope to see you on the next one, and now let's get back to the video. The next thing is another kind of like water type attractions, and that is the Aqualiner Osaka water bus. And you can actually take this ride after you walk around the Osaka Castle Park. But after you are done walking around the Osaka Castle Park, you can go to this other park, and that is where the water bus is at. On that day when we were going to the aqua bus location, there's actually like a ramen showdown or something going on. There's basically, I think, 10 ramen shops that have like a booth there, and you can pay 1,000 yen for the basic bowl, and then if you want to pay extra for the toppings, you can use cash. We didn't have cash at the time, but I did actually go to the ATM after we got our ramen bowl. Anyways, going back to the aqua bus, I think this is something that you absolutely want to do when you are in Osaka. I don't know about you, but I really like the water, the ocean. I love cruising and stuff like that. One specific thing that is pretty unique into this water bus, when you get on the boat, everything is enclosed, but halfway to the right, everything can open. You can get like an open air boat ride experience, and it was just really cool. I'll definitely show you like the footage of the whole thing opening up, and I highly recommend adding this into your list. Hopefully this is helpful for you, especially if you are still debating whether or not you want to spend some time and money on some of these attractions. Let me know in the comment below if you have been to Japan. What are some of the attractions that you think you can skip, and some of the ones that you absolutely need to go, especially if they are different from the list that I have in this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I really appreciate you staying until the end of the video. I hope this has been helpful. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more Japan travel videos and recommendation videos, and I will see you on the next one. Bye!